Okay, it's time to get my next special guest. Well, it's special guests now because I'm interviewing Jack and Daisy. They're a double act or musical duo, and they're here today to chat to me to tell me and you a little bit about themselves and their music. And it's a delight to have you on. How are we today?
Yeah,
Thank you.
very
Very good.
good.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Great. So Jack and Daisy, great name for a duo. How long have you been making music together?
We've been together about 6 years now, playing like gigs all around because we are, well, we're based in Spain, so we started doing some gigs like around there, and we've been doing it kind of ever since. So yeah, and the band name Jack and Daisy kind of not very imagine
Creative.
yeah creative from our
Yeah.
part, but it stuck.
We
So
did spend a good maybe I think maybe a year where we were convinced we need a band name, we need a band name, and everything we thought came up with sounded quite heavy metal.
yeah.
That's not really our style. So we thought Jack and Daisy's safe.
Yeah.
Just stick with
That's
that.
great. It does have a ring to it. Has anyone introduced you on the stage as J and D?
J and
No,
D,
not
with it's
yet.
been taken up by so many things, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's
Mm.
Jack Daniels, there's JD Sports,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a cleaning company in the town that we live called JD Cleaning as well.
Yeah.
Well, they've beaten us to it in our own town, so we can't really.
Mm. Brilliant. And I understand you're in Spain actually. You're kind of like on the Alicante up to Valencia coastline. Is it Costa
Yeah,
Yeah.
del Blanca, is
Costa
it?
Blanca. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. You're not too far from Benidorm then. I looked
No,
on the
we
map.
hate to
yeah.
admit that, but we
Yeah.
are. Yeah, we're not far from Benidorm.
Do you ever do gigs down there or do you find it's a bit of a different scene that's
We have done some, but we
I
try
did
to
some
yeah.
emotion, not emotionally, just very scarring gigs. I'll call them. It's just
sure.
things things I wish I could erase from my
You just don't
memory.
know what you're gonna see.
No, that's right. And the Calpe's down the road as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
An often
Calpe.
overlooked town.
Yeah,
Got a regular one in regular gig in Calpe.
yeah. So we live a few towns
Mm.
over. As you go up the coast, you've got Calpe and then Moraira and then Javea. So we're in
Have
just
you?
three towns up from
Ah.
Calpe.
What's the scene like, with like the live music? Do you like performing, like I say,
It's
like coffee shops, live music venues, so on?
Yeah.
yeah, because it's such a lovely location. It's beachside, and it's sunny 11 months of the year. You get a lot of beach bars where you're sat where we'll get wet from the sea because we're sat so close to the water when we're playing gigs that we're getting splashed and stuff like that. That's kind
Yeah.
of
And in summer we can kind of do like 6 gigs a week, and that's how we make our living. And it's great because you get like the influx of tourism, and it's just a great way to kind of like get yourself known.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um
and obviously you get 6 years of playing 6 days a week. You do as a band, you do get quite tight. It's
yeah,
not.
yeah, it's
It's
a
a bit.
great experience and great practice,
Yeah.
I guess.
And yeah, and doing like the live shows, do you enjoy it more than ever now?
We're enjoying the whole the path that we're on at the moment is we're doing a lot of live shows in the UK, in London especially, where we're putting forward a lot of our own music,
Yeah.
and we are really enjoying that because in Spain it's we do get to play some good shows, but a lot of it is covers because you have to pander to the tourists that are coming to enjoy the ambience kind of
Mm.
thing.
Mm.
But here in the UK, it is very like people are coming to see us, so
Yeah.
it's exciting as well.
That's good. So you put on a show, something for everyone then, like the original music and the classic covers, sing-alongs as
Yeah,
well. Righty ho. And as you said, you've been together now for 6 years. Would you say, in brief, that the musical path was the route that you always wanted to take?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
for me definitely. I kind of grew up around music and started teaching myself from very, very young. So it I don't like to say I kind of fell into it, but it almost happened that way. But it was just like I always knew that I would end up doing something with music, even if it was just like writing
Mm.
or yeah, not necessarily playing live or anything, but I'm very lucky with how it's turned out, and it's going very well. So I'm very happy.
Hmm.
Glad
no,
to hear it.
I was a bit so I didn't start music until quite a bit later. I went to university in Spain and studied architecture, and I was in the architecture in Spain is a 5 year course, and I was in my third year, finishing my third year, and I realised that I really don't like architecture that much. It took me 3 years to realise, and then I studied while I was finishing my degree. I did sound engineering, and then I got really into music and sound in general, and then I kind of
Mm.
diverted from architecture.
Sometimes
But
we have to find our own path, what we really want to do in life, don't we? You have to go
yeah,
through the motions. I think I studied saddlery at college once, and making saddles in Warsaw, and it
Wow.
wasn't for me. And it was unique. It was different.
yeah, yeah.
I just couldn't get into the dexterity of things, and I thought I just want to go do music, whether it's media or radio or.
Mm.
And it worked out
Yeah.
in the end. So yeah, I understand fully your directive there. Cool. And how would you describe your sounds and music? Do you enjoy doing the soft rock elements, the ballads, the acoustic, stripped back variety?
Yeah, 100%. That's kind of what we. Well, I originally started as quite heavy rock. I was a heavy rock singer in a band, and I played bass. So I do really enjoy like the ballads, kind of where you get to belt it out. But I
Mm.
love acoustic guitar,
Mm.
so I kind of fell into softer, more
Yeah.
relaxed style of music, and I
Especially when we kind of started playing together and getting booked around the area. That's the kind of style that we like.
feels most natural.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not there's no I don't want to say effort, but there's no you're not forcing it. It's just what we do
yeah.
and what we think sounds best for
Yeah.
us.
Here's a good word for you, organic.
Organic,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
that's a lot better than what I said.
A lot of people have been using that word lately, but I do like it. It's so true, like natural.
Mm.
Right, and you have a new single out. The reason why I invited you on the show, one of the reasons, because you got latest single I wanted to ask you. It's called That's the Love I Know. How's it going with the promo on this one?
Yeah, very well. It's kind of our first commercial release, so it's really exciting for us. And yeah, it's scary as well because it feels like it's kind of like your baby that you're kind of just like putting out into the world, but it's going really well. And yeah, we've had a lot of support around it, and it's exciting because we're working with this new company called SongBits, and it's a really cool way to
It's a new concept that this company's kind of bringing to the world of music at the moment, and it's based around basically crowdfunding, but the crowd gets something in return.
mm,
So how it works is we release our song through SongBits, and then the company sells 50% of the streaming rights to our song. So that means that if you're interested in helping us so that we can keep doing what we're doing and record more music and make more music, you can buy some bits. And that means that however many bits you buy, you're now entitled to a percentage of the streaming royalties for that song that you've bought for the rest of your life.
Oh,
So it's like you can invest in us, you can help us grow and get something in return.
oh, that's a very
It,
original way of doing things. That's a good idea.
it's we thought it was very interesting. It was set up by Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
he's kind of one of the masterminds behind it because he wanted a way to help support artists and fans all at once. So we're very lucky to be a part of that.
Yeah, because one of my questions later on was, what was it like to get recognition from like your Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics fame?
Yeah.
Because he's been
Yeah.
there, done that, got the T-shirt, hasn't he?
Hmm.
yeah, it's really, really cool. It feels very just I don't know, it's really nice to have someone like
Someone of his
behind
level,
you
yeah.
championing you. Yeah, from like a legend like him,
Mm.
especially. And also it's quite nice because we kind of have that like connection in like the duo aspect of it, and also like his history as well, like how he started producing from his bedroom, if you
Yeah, which
will,
is
and
what
that's
Mm.
kind of
we're
what
doing.
we're doing now. So
Uh,
it's really nice.
It's
Yeah,
nice to get the recognition of someone of his level.
yeah.
it's Ace, isn't it? Ace.
Yeah.
Another track doing around. another track doing well on the rounds is Don't Think Twice. It's all right. That's I come across that on your streaming platforms. Is that one of your favorites to perform live?
Yeah,
It
definitely.
is because it's such a good song.
Yeah. It's a
it's
Bob Dylan cover, obviously, but
yeah,
it's one of the first covers that we did together, and because it's just so like
it's timeless.
it's timeless. Like the song is beautifully written, the way you can sing it with the two voices with harmonies, and it was kind of the first one that we put online. I think we actually played it in a live stream during COVID when we couldn't perform live outside, and someone said, "Oh, you need to record this and put it online." So we did, and it just
It took
it
off.
went
It was.
really well.
I think it was. It's been uploaded by us on our channel. It's gone. I think it's over 700,000 views, and then another channel uploaded the same video, and I think that's on 400 and something. So that video alone has got over 1 million at the moment. So it's
Very exciting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because like say like on Spotify, it's doing well on there, but a lot of people just look on the one kind of outlet of like views. But when you combine them all, it does add up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our main focus over the last year has been on our YouTube channel because we think that streaming's obviously incredible at the moment. You know, in the culture, streaming is everything. But we like the idea of visual. We like people to see us playing, and
We do like live
yeah,
recordings,
all of
like
our
live
videos on
covers
YouTube are
That's
on
good.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the instruments that you play as well. What do you have a favorite, or was the classic guitar the one?
well, mine's. I like the acoustic. Daisy likes classic. Daisy learned on
Well, I
classic.
learned, yeah, originally I was classically trained on guitar. Um, and that's like Spanish guitar. So I guess like growing up in Spain as well, it's quite nice to have that like connection.
Connection.
And now like actually the guitar I play, although it's like an acoustic guitar, it's Spanish made. So it's
Yeah,
quite it's nice and familiar for me because it's like yeah,
yeah,
and
similar build.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I like the Spanish guitar. You don't hear it often on music tracks these days, but when you hear it, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I recognize the sound of that instrument.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Cool. And speaking of like radio, what's the feeling like when you hear like your song being played back on, like say like the wireless, as my granddad used to say,
Yeah.
aka the radio?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's strange, but it's just like I don't know, it's great because it's not really like a feeling that you're prepared for, and then you hear it being played or
It's happened a few times where we'll just be driving
yeah.
and we'll hear our song come up while we're driving, and I'll it takes me a while because I'll normally like I'm never paying 100% attention to the radio. I'm kind of thinking of other things while I'm driving, and I hear it in the background, and I'm like, I recognise this. Like, I recognise that guitar part.
It's definitely a strange feeling, but it's also just like really exciting.
Well, look about your Costa Blanca radio as well, because I've been to your area, not where you're
Yeah.
from, but Alicante.
Mhm.
You're never spot for choice for many radio stations, and they play some bangers on there, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We go on quite regularly on Bay Radio, and yeah, they're well, we've been like going on for the past 6 years. So
yeah,
even before we were like releasing original music, they'd kind of like get us on to play just like a few covers and
yeah. They're very supportive
very
of the
supportive.
local
Yeah.
acts.
That's good. How have you found the summer? Has it been a hot summer for you? Have you managed to do like some
Oh,
gigs and festivals?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
been very hot and very long. But we did manage to come over to the UK and do some festivals, so that was really nice, kind of like a little break for us, but also really exciting because
yeah,
festivals are great fun. And just like different to any other gig.
Mhm.
And you just never know what it's going to be like, so it's very exciting.
And you also enjoy like playing, the smaller intimate venues as well.
yeah. That's kind of what we're
Yeah,
best at the
yeah.
moment is when people come and just sit and listen and just very quiet, and we hope they appreciate
Yeah.
and enjoy what we're doing.
We love the intimate gigs. Like
Yeah.
last night we played in London in Clerkenwell, and it was just at a really intimate venue, the Slaughtered Lamb, and everyone was just sat there and silent, which is just so nice for us because
it is. It's such a nice feeling to know that you're playing your original set and people have actually paid to come and see you, and they just sit there and they listen. It's just so nice.
Yeah.
To be on stage, knowing that people are actually appreciating what you're doing.
Yeah.
And do you enjoy meeting the fans afterwards? You know, when they just come up and say, you know, you've done a great show.
I do.
Definitely.
It's one of my favorite bits because I think sometimes people are a bit they kind of have the attitude of like they don't want to interrupt or they don't want to annoy you after a show, but it's quite the opposite. I really want everyone to just, you know, talk. Like,
last night we had someone came up to us and said, "Oh, hi, I am actually from Calpe," and she was from like the town, like you mentioned, Calpe, like half an hour away from where we are in Spain, but she was in London, and we were like, "Oh."
She said, "I've seen you before in Spain, and then I saw you were playing in London, so I got tickets."
We were like crazy.
Small world.
Yeah, exactly. Every time we come to London, there's someone that lives about 10 minutes away from where we do in Spain. It's so funny.
And was a pub called the Slaughtered Lamb? That's an ace name for a pub. Yeah.
It was.
Will they have you back in the near future?
Hopefully, yeah. The gig we played was with the amazing promoter Lorraine, who sets up really good music nights. So yeah, hopefully again in the future.
It's a good feeling when you're invited back from a venue, isn't it? When they ask you back.
Yeah, really good.
Cool. Any other artists on your list that you may like to open up for a show? It could be anyone.
Who comes to mind first?
Oasis. No. No, I think that. No, we've always said we like. My favorite artist is Damien Rice. He's a singer-songwriter. It's just very relaxed. We saw him in Valencia, and he had an opening act, and we were watching and thinking that could be us.
Yeah, like that could be us. Or Passenger. We saw him as well in Spain, and that was amazing.
Yeah. Basically, there's a lot of acts. There's an American act called Camp that we both really love, who's more Americana, but they just have this amazing simplistic music, beautiful lyrics. And then one of my favorite songwriters is a guy called Gregory Alan Isakov. The same thing. They're all that kind of acts are just someone that I think we would really suit.
Yeah, and it would just be a dream.
Yeah, it would be a dream to. Just as an excuse, I wouldn't really mind about opening up as long as I get to meet them after. I'll just
have a chat.
Yeah. That's a good thing about the music industry, music business. You just don't know what's around the corner.
Yeah, 100%.
And where's best for people to follow you on social media? There's so many avenues now. If you see TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, which is the main one for you, or is all of ones? You can follow you on any of them.
I think no, you answer. I've spoken too much.
I haven't spoken too much.
I normally don't speak.
I would say it's great to watch our videos on YouTube. That really helps us out. But also just following on Instagram, that's great as well. We're everywhere. Like just anything that you can click a button and follow us, it helps us out more than you think it does.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Jack and Daisy, thanks for joining me on the show. It seems like you like your music and you have fun with it as well, which is good these days. You know, that's the main thing. You do what you enjoy for a living. And also meant to do is play your new track on my show, which we were talking about. That's the Love I Know. Would you like to just introduce it on the show? This is a Dannyson's syndicated show.
Hi, we're Jack and Daisy, and this is our new track, The Love I Know.
Great. Thanks for being a blast on today's show. It's really good to speak with you guys. Jack and Daisy on today's show.
Thank you.